U.S. economy surges past expectations as spending investment roar. U.S. 3.3% in Q2 with growth even stronger than initially thought. And this is a story by CNBC. Rob, I think you have a video on this, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll read this time and I'll come to you. The U.S. economy grew at 3.3% in the second quarter, surpassing the Commerce Department's initial 3% estimate and 3.1% Dow Jones consensus forecast, driven by consumer spending rising 1.6% from 1.4% on healthcare, pharmaceuticals, and dining out, with final sales to private domestic purchases, a key Federal Reserve metric, increasing 1.9% compared to the 1.2% estimate. Heather Long, chief economist at Navy Federal Credit Union, stated the good news is consumption came in higher than previously thought. Americans are continuing to spend despite the tariffs and uncertainty, albeit a slower pace than past years, projecting future growth at around 1.5%. Tom, thoughts on this?
This is good news. Things are working. Is everything perfect? Is everything perfect in every state? Is energy perfect in California, where they've kind of screwed up their green tariffs and the taxes they have on it? Sure. And then guess what? Stand by for a tall presidential candidate hopeful to be saying things about that, but just remember how bad it is from the taxes in that state. But the overall U.S. economy is growing, but not too fast. If it grows too fast, that can be inflationary. And jobless claims were also down. So the number of people that turned in claims for relief, that was down. So that was good. There's still a lot of things that need to happen. We need the manufacturing that's coming back on shore. We need those facilities to get built so we can get the jobs going there. But overall, this is good. And I'll show you a chart. This will be interesting to you.
Okay.
It involves numbers, but it's okay.
Okay. Thank you, Tom.
Don't get a rash.
Thank you.
I have
Too late.
Give me the Fed St. Louis, the 30-year mortgage rate, and go ahead and make that the beginning of this year. Right over there, that little box. Just make it 2024. That's fine.
All right, which little box?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Right there. Make it 2024.
Boom.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yep. So now we see that, guess what? We have just dipped under 6.5% for national mortgage rates for the first time since the blip we had for the election. That little down.
I love a lotion.
Yeah,
I love a lotion.
Put the economy in the basket with the lotion. In the basket, Tom.
Hang on a second. Yeah,
Tom, have another sip of that funny juice.
Dropping
There
all
we
these
go.
words.
No, it's my Bailey's and coffee.
Octogenarian, lotion.
That's right. So anyway, there is a motion in the ocean. And
Whoa, Tommy. That's
saw
what's
right
called
around the
dynamic
election.
growth of the economy.
Right around the election, you saw when the interest rates went down because of manipulation and pressure that was put on by the Biden administration. However, we have not been to 6.5% for 2 years. And we have just touched under 6.5%. So in addition to everything we're seeing here in the economy, with the Fed coming out and saying, screw it, all right, I'm going to lower rates on the 17th and 19th of September. I'm going to do it. And he gave that speech. And he says, I've been waiting for inflation from tariffs. And this is what he said, which doesn't appear it's going to happen. So in other words, that was the Fed saying, I think there's going to be inflation from tariffs. Well, you know what? I've been waiting long enough. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. So rather than just saying I was wrong, and there's a lot of good I like about Powell. There's a lot of good. He's had a steady hand. But on this, I think he waited. But right now, we've got interest rates coming down a bit, and there's going to be another 1/4 point that comes out of the Fed funds rate that'll influence the 10-year treasuries, which influences our mortgages. So in addition to what we're seeing here, we may get in the fall, Pat, mortgages at... Could it get to 5.99 for the best qualified people? Maybe. We will see. But right now, the numbers for the economy look good, but we still need factories brought back and jobs coming here. And we need the interest rates to go down for real, because that also helps the interest we're paying on the U.S. debt.
It's 599. I'm moving out of that trailer park
right, baby.
Quick, baby.
Well, the American economy right now, it's almost like the old book, Tale of Two Cities. It was the best of times, it's the worst of times. And during COVID, we learned something about the K-shaped economy, about the rich are getting richer and the poor getting poorer, and basically the wage gap that's going on right there. There is a big difference in this country between Main Street and Wall Street. Now, if you own assets, you're probably doing pretty good right now. assets are inflated, whether it's crypto, whether it's stock market, whether it's your housing prices. But if you're not invested and you don't own appreciating assets and you're just the average guy out there, I understand why it's very frustrating. The Main Street guys out there, wages are not up big time and you're not really participating in what makes America incredible, which is the stock market. So save that money and start investing is what I'm saying.
There you go. Okay, gang. Well, it is Friday. Weekend's around the corner. And we are officially, to be exact, how many days away from the vault, Rob?
Ooh.
We are officially 10 days away from the vault. I cannot wait to see all of y'all here. The event we had Wednesday night here was ridiculous of people being here. I gave a couple tours. It felt like 120 degrees outside when I'm in the suit walking around with these folks. Great conversations, great moments. We had a $8 million SP3 Ferrari. One of them just sold at an auction a few weeks ago for $25 million, $26 million.
I made an offer of $7 million. It was just not
No,
enough.
they said no because it's just, they didn't want to take your money.
Me in a car.
But we had a great time. Most importantly, so many networking, conversations, strategies. It was fantastic. And Vault Conference, we are 10 days away. Tony Robbins, Martha Stewart, David Falk, myself, 3.5 days, 296-page manual. The event's going to be the title sponsor of the event, Goliath Ventures, founded in 2019. Goliath Ventures is a global private equity firm focused on blockchain and decentralized finance, founded by Chris Delgado. It's built on 3 pillars: technology, opportunity, and community. Core belief: blockchain is the foundation of a generational wealth shift. Their crew will be there. First time when you get there on September 8th. We have 5 hours set up for networking by 10 industries. So if you're wanting to go out there and meet others, whether you want to raise money, whether you want to find partners, whether you want to find out how other podcasters and YouTubers are doing what they're doing to grow their businesses, this is an event you go to where you get strategies and you leave. And not only that, you build great relationships. Don't come by yourself. Come with your spouse. Come with your business partner. Go to thevaultconference.com, Rob. If you can go to the QR code, go to thevaultconference.com. Register for the event. We look forward to seeing all of you guys there in the next 10 days. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.